Xin chào mọi người, mình là Viết Dũng, giáo viên tại IELTS Workshop. Hôm nay trong chuyên mục Speaking Part 3, mình sẽ cùng mọi người đi qua các câu trả lời của chủ đề Speaking Part 3 Ideas and Opinion nhé. Well, I think this is a process that started in their early years when they're young, and it usually becomes more prominent in their teenage years. At that age, they're really starting to form their own beliefs and opinions on a lot of things, including politics, their aspirations, and so on. And I believe at that age, they've realized that the world isn't just black and white, and are emotionally mature enough to navigate through that fact and have their own interpretations of the things they see around them. Well, that could be a hit or miss. Since parents are a child's caregiver during the first years of their lives, moms and dads actually have a strong impact on what constitute their child's core values and by extension their worldview. I mean, they don't say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree for nothing. And a lot of a child's personalities are inherited from their parents. Although there are some children who can be drastically different from their parents in terms of perspective, likely because of the generation gap. The parent might hold conservative views about things, whereas the child could be more open-minded and progressive. Well, it's likely going to be their role models, but not just any role model. Smart children can be quite critical, and they likely can't be influenced by someone whom they look down on or believe can't offer them anything valuable. It's gotta be someone they respect in terms of intellectual capacity or achievements, maybe a well-established figure in the field they're trying to pursue, or a person who's achieved a lot of financial success, like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. They could also look up to a senior at their school who has more experience than them or has achieved a lot academically and model themselves after those people or seek them out for advice. Well, I'm neither a philosopher nor an inventor, but I guess the best way to do so is to always be on the lookout for inspiration in everyday life. I mean, ideas come in all shapes and sizes, and they could come from anywhere, as evidenced by Newton's discovery of gravity simply by observing apples falling from trees. You also need to practice brainstorming a lot as well. Creativity and innovation are like muscles. The more you practice them, the better you get at them. I'd beg to differ. Even though some books were written in the past, the ideas and message they convey will continue to remain relevant. This is especially true in academia, where you have books that were written in the previous century, but are still being cited today because they were groundbreaking books that laid the foundation for new branches of research. Besides, existing knowledge is constantly being built upon using knowledge from old books, and sometimes they're interpreted in a new direction, so I wouldn't characterize them as old. Well, off the top of my head, they'd have to be content creators. Since the nature of their job is to attract a lot of attention, they constantly have to churn out new ideas. For example, you got content writers who are in charge of a Facebook fan page, and they have a lot of ideas for posts that could boost engagement, such as hilarious memes or giveaway events. Another example would be YouTubers who have to come up with new and exciting videos on a regular basis to maintain their channel. The really successful ones are very creative and can produce videos that are relatable, pique people's interest, or are so novel that they attract millions of views. Và vừa rồi là câu trả lời mẫu của mình cho chủ đề Ideas and Opinion trong phần thi Speaking Part 3. Hy vọng là mình đã có thể cung cấp cho mọi người các từ vựng và các ý tưởng hữu ích để giúp mọi người trả lời tốt phần này trong bài thi. Và một lần nữa, mình là Viết Dũng, giáo viên tại IELTS Workshop, và hẹn gặp lại mọi người trong các video lần sau.